Kale omulungi bwe bali kubanga okyekomidde ku Balsa TV always ku katebe okuleetera abantu ab'enjawulo. Olunaku olwaleero ndi ne Wasswa Hassan nga ye General Secretary oba Ssaabawandiisi w'ekibiina kye bayita MSAU, that is Muslim Students Association of Uganda. Olunaku olwaleero tugenda kuba nga tunnyonnyoka ki organization eno yeekola. Tubalabako ku interviews nyingi, tubalaba ku events nyingi nga tetumanyi bye bakola. Olunaku olwaleero nkuleetedde Wasswa Hassan agenda kuba nga byonna abitumalira. Ssebo weeyanjulire kuba tulaba ku Balsa TV n'okubantu eyoyere.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My name is Wasswa Hassan General. I'm General Secretary for the Muslim Students Association of Uganda, National Executive Council.
Okay. Kale omulungi atugoberera ayinza okwebuuza MSAU ejja etya okubeerawo kwegamba ekintu kino kizimba batya mpaka wekituuse?
The Muslim Students Association of Uganda is an umbrella body that leads and coordinates all activities of Muslim students in this country, Uganda. The MSAU started in 1962. Okay. The brief history started in 1962. A group of brilliant Muslim students leaders by that time saw the need to have an umbrella body that could unite, bring together all Muslim students in one umbrella body. Remember, during those 1970s, 1960s, MSAU University was there as the main university in Uganda, and the people studied from MSAU University. So by that time, there was only MSAU University Muslim Students Association. We call it MUMSA. So these people, including Badr Chikungu, Badr Sebiala, and others, so they need to have an umbrella body that could unite all Muslim students in this country, Uganda. So they came up and formed. At first, it was Uganda Muslim Students Association. That is 1970s. Then we come out 1962. It was formed. It was changed after the Delegates Conference started, and we called it the Muslim Students Association of Uganda.
Nzija ntya okufuuka memba wa MSAU? Twewandiisa, mulina offices we tubasanga oba?
To be a member of the Muslim Students Association of Uganda, all Muslim students in Uganda are demanded to be members of MSAU.
Okay, tekiriiko.
It is not tekiriiko nti but if you are a Muslim, you are a student at any institution, at any school, you are demanded to be a member of the Muslim Students Association of Uganda. However, we register membership at university level, institutional level, school level. Come at your university, you register the university. This university is a member of the Muslim Students Association of Uganda. We give a membership certificate. So a lot of universities across the country, they are registered and leaders are there and they are members of the MSAU Association.
Kitwala ki muno registration gwetukola? Osasula fee oba just mutukola for?
The registration is only 50,000.
Okay.
We give you the documents, you sign the document for the procedure, then you pay the 50,000 shilling, then after, because it is a subscription, show that you have accepted to be a member. Then after we give you a membership certificate, so you become fully registered member of the Muslim Students Association.
Olwo ntandika otya okwegamba okola activities zemukola? After being a member, then ntandika okola activities zemukola oba?
Yes, even if you are not a member, of course with activities. But as MSAU, as the procedures, after being a member, like for example, here, University, if you're a member, we know that this university is our member. If you're a member, we know the leaders, the students' leaders, the chairman, they are following, try to follow their activities, consider to have their administration as a Muslim Student Association so that they can learn, they can do the activities according to the constitution. Okay.
Eno MSAU mulamu ati omukulu gweyimiriddeko ki exactly kyemukola?
The Muslim Student Association of Uganda, mulamu gweliko oba vision, you can call it a vision. The vision of MSAU is to become knowledgeable, responsible and responsive Muslim students population, practice Islamic thinking, participating in and contributing to the progress of Muslim in Uganda and the world. Meaning that is to become knowledgeable. We want Muslim students to become knowledgeable in Dawah, knowledgeable when they can read Quran, knowledgeable in academic excellence, knowledgeable in everything. To become knowledgeable, responsible Muslim students, to be responsible students who is responsible and responsive, practicing Islam in total, practicing not only just paying daily prayers, but also reading Quran, Sunnah, practicing Islam in total. Because
so basically, mutambulira ku core values ez'obusiraamu ebirala temugendayo.
Of course, we have our core values. As MSAU, we have our core values. Number one of our core values is academic excellence. We have 5 core values: academic excellence, moral uprightness, leadership, efficiency, showing change, and unity of purpose. We have 5. That's why you are saying number one, if it is academic excellence, it means that you're a student. And if you're a student, I'm a student, you have to excel in academics. That is number one. Before even MSAU, before even leadership as a student, you have to excel in academics. So number one, as Muslim Student Association is academic excellence. Students have to excel in their academics. The moral uprightness, that is display, then leadership efficiency, the unity of purpose, social change.
Tutunulireko activities zemwengeginga muzimukola nga Muslim Students Association of Uganda. Biki byomukola?
As MSAU, we do a lot of activities depending on different levels of structures. We have structures from the delegates conference. MSAU has a
delegates conference. Actually,
the delegates conference is the springboard of MSAU. Delegates conference, it normally sits every after 3 years. A few years back, Wasswa High School delegates conference. Then that is from 2022 up to now, those 3 years. I mean that this year we are going to have a delegates conference at Mariam High School, which starts from 19th up to 21st December 2025, and we are calling Muslim students here to come and participate in the delegates conference. So from the delegates conference, we have the governing council. The governing council, where the national patron sits, and the national patron is Dr. Chimamanda. Then the first deputy national patron is Muhammad Ali, the head teacher in our high school. Then the second deputy national patron is Zawjani, the director of Bobo School. Then and the other members, the executive secretary, the speaker, the president sits on the governing council, the vice president, the lady vice president, and the general secretary, I myself, I sit on the governing council. So from the governing council, we have the board of trustees, once a BOT. Then the board of trustees, these people from the governing council and the board of trustees, they are not students. They are leaders, they are seniors, they are doctors who pass through the association. So the students' leadership starts from the National Executive Council, where the president sits, the vice president, the lady vice president, the secretary for religious affairs, the general secretary, the finance, and others. So from the National Executive Council, we have the Regions Executive Council. We have 5 regions in Uganda. We have Central Region, Eastern Region, Western Region, Western Region, and Northern Region. Those are 5 regions in Uganda. And leaders are there, and leadership it is there, and students are doing their activities. Likewise, here in Central Region, we have the Central Regional Chairman and others. So from the region, we have the district executive councils. In every region, we have districts according to the Uganda setting. We have Kampala, a lot of districts are there, and the leaders are there in the South setting. Here in Kampala, the leaders are here. In Kampala, we have 5 divisions. This is Central Division right now, right now. We have Kawembe, Kawamach, and the leaders are there. So from the districts, between the divisions in Kampala, in Wakiso is big, we have zones, leaders, municipalities, leaders are there. Then from municipalities, we have the Muslim Students Association, like Mackay University Muslim Student Association, Chamberlain University Muslim Student Association, all schools, all universities, institutions. So that is the structure of the Muslim Student Association of Ghana, from the delegates conference up to down to the schools, institutions.
Activities.
So the activities we are doing, as I said, that it depends on the level, it depends on the structure. Because the activities done by the delegates conference is not the activity done by the governing council. The governing council has its own activities. The National Executive Council, where I serve from, has its own activities. The Regional Executive Council has its own activities. The districts and the the institution, the universities. So at the national level where I'm serving right now, one of the activities we do is to, number one is to oversee all the region's executive councils.
Okay.
If the governing council is there to oversee all the business in the south, then we come to the National Executive Council where the president sits and others. For us, our role is to oversee all the activities in the region's executive council. What's happening in Western, what's happening in Eastern, what's happening in Central, have they changed in leadership, have they done this activity according to their work plan. So that's the number one what we do as the National Executive Council, to oversee all the regional executive council, to guide them, to implement the work plan of the regions, to supervise generally, to monitor.
Okay.
Then these regional executive councils, they also do activities.
Okay.
Like they can organize a regional sports gala. One of the activities they can organize regional sports gala and all the districts. Like if a central region is organizing the regional sports gala, the Kampala district, Mukono district, Chigoga district, Butambala, that's the region. Meaning that the regional activity must attend all at least 10 districts in the region.
Okay.
The sports gala, they are organizing the grand competitions, meaning that at least 6 districts must attend to call it a regional activity. If they are organizing a leadership training camp, like in December we're having the leadership training camp from 12th up to 17th at Shit Valley schools, and it's the central region organizing, meaning that districts like Kalangala, Kampala, Mukono, leaders have to attend to qualify to call it a regional activity.
Okay.
Like if you are organizing, let's say, leadership training, sports gala, competitions, and other activities, call it a regional activity. Then the district executive council, they also organize activities. The districts, they go to universities, secondaries or primaries where there is no any Muslim Students Association. Because they are our brother and sister in secondary school, there is no any Musa. We talk of a Musa, I mean the Muslim Student Association. There is no association that governs Muslim students at school. So it is the Lord schools and form that association and guide them, induct them, and others. If they're organizing activities, let's say like the sports gala or the grand competitions, they make sure that schools attend. If Kampala is organizing an activity, mean that institutions and universities must attend, depending on the type of the activity. If it is grand competition, they call Makerere, Chango, Islamic University, IU, they come and attend the activity. They're organizing, like was in November, I had a sports gala at IU. Mean that Makerere was there, Chambu was there, and then University was there, and Mustafa was there. Mean that it is a district activity. Yes.
Okay. Kati zino zona activities zokonyeko nyingi waliwo nezimu zoleseyo tulaba sometimes mutegeka emisinde ebintu binani abifani.
Oh, the funding of the Muslim students activity. First of all, we fund.
But
We fund them. We contribute. Because I said in our vision is to become knowledgeable, responsible, and responsible Muslim students population. Practicing Islam in total, participate and contribute. We participate and contribute.
okay.
If you're organizing an activity like the sports gala, we also first contribute. Contribute how? If you're organizing a sports gala, we contribute as we ourselves. If you're organizing, we contribute. We have membership fee. That's why you asked me the membership.
Okay.
And we do have membership fee. The senior members contribute. Those who have passed through the association, because there are very many organizations, government, everybody fund them. Then the organizations, we partner with other organizations, which we have with a similar cause, like the Protection and Humanitarian Foundation, schools, the Economic Development Council, and other organizations. And also the patrons. Each district, each level has a patron. The patrons also contributes. The well-wishers also contributes. So normally it is dawah, and a lot of people contribute. We don't have any source of fund. Like we get money from here. We just contribute doing different projects. Like this district has a project, poultry keeping, farm, so that we can generate income to support the activity.
Okay, twogereko ku nsonga ya leadership naddala wano ku National Executive Council. Omuntu ajja atya okulondebwa okufuna obukulembeze kwegamba okufuna ekifo eyo obukulembeze nga banakuwa ekifo basinziira kuki?
Yeah, we have procedures to appoint leaders according to the constitution. Each level has its own constitution. The National Executive Council has a constitution, the national constitution. The regions has a constitution, as a regional level. The district level has a constitution. The Muslim Students Associations level, like Makerere, Chambo, all schools, universities, institutions, they have a constitution. The divisions, municipalities, they have a constitution. So there are procedures you pass through when appointing the leaders. First of all, that leader should be a student, should be a Muslim student at the university, at any secondary university or institution. We don't appoint candidates. We don't appoint senior 4 and senior 6. We don't appoint them if they are final year. We don't appoint them. If I'm at the university and I have 2 years or 3 years, if I reach my second year, then I cannot be appointed when I'm in my 3rd year. It means that I have to concentrate on my academics.
Okay.
So the constitution, it's like a rule how to appoint leaders. He or she must be a Muslim, must be a student, moral upright, leadership, past leadership, people primary, and serving second, we come to the university, to call a survey, okulembesa okutambuza atya asoma atya netufuna n'abantu abamu recommending you send your CV your curriculum vitae tulaba baddala yasomako oba okulembeza yabuddeko wano. So after getting all that, after combining all that data, then the Shura Council sits at a very structure, the patrons and other leaders, the Shura Council, make the Shura Council, they sit. Like if you are appointing the National Executive Council, if you are appointing the President, the Governing Council sits under the National Patron, First Deputy National Patron, the Speaker, Executive Secretary, and members of the Governing Council. They sit and they appoint the President as we are preparing to have a new President in December, the National Executive Council in December. So mean that the Governing Council has to sit and to see who's going to be the President, who's going to be the Vice President, Secretary. So they pass through those procedures, then they see, then they appoint the President or the National Executive Council through that procedure according to the Constitution.
Okay, but we now not voting, online.
So we don't vote. We don't elect leaders. We just appoint.
Okay.
Because if you say that you are going to elect, meaning that you are going to have Zanico University, Makerere, Chambo, all universities to appoint a president.
Okay.
So which can bring a lot of chaos in the association. But as DAWA, we just appoint. You are appointed. Also, you receive appointment letters and posts. That here, Wasswa Hassan, you have been appointed as the General Secretary for the Muslim Student Association of Uganda, National Executive Council for the period of peace, and these are some of the duties. Maybe so we don't elect to work out the vote. We just appoint. That's why the association has been there for several years.
Delivering the services.
Of course, we find challenges. We find that we are students. First of all, the association is for students, and there are a lot of activities we do. And sometimes, not even sometimes, they need money, they need finance, they need resources to do a lot of activities. But these challenges, we just get solutions. We get solutions like if we need money to move from one place to another, we need to purchase this, but how we do it depends on the method of work. As the Muslim Student Association of Uganda, we have a method of work on how to do the activity, how to organize themselves activity. Because we know that you're a student, you don't work, you also face a challenge for your tuition, you face a challenge, you have to take your breakfast, your lunch, you also face a challenge, and you have to do themselves work. But as we do, as Muslim students, you have the method of work. Like if you are organizing an activity, if it is a district organizing a sports gala, let's say like a sports gala, because it is common among Muslim students. If you're organizing a sports gala, you consider the resources. We have 3 resources in South. Number 1 is the human resource. We have the material resource, and also the finance resource. So if you organize an activity, you look at the material resource, you come at if they are going to give me a venue at the university that is paid for free at the field, then the students are going to come, each school is going to participate, is going to contribute 50,000, depending. Then they are going to go to different sponsors to sponsor me, different organizations, to give me some support. You write to them and give some support. The senior members write to the senior members. They can also contribute. We write to the patrons. We also do so. To overcome that problem of finances, that's why we can be able to run the association, the activities slow but sure.
Okay. Tutunulireko ku nsonga yo overseeing Uganda yonna because wagambye mulina regions, mulina districts ezenjawulo. Awo tewaliwo obuzibu overseeing activities mu Uganda yonna.
Yeah, as the General Secretary, it is my role to oversee all the districts of the council of the country. And there are very many. And of course, we face a lot of challenges to oversee. They have to send their report, they have to see the work plan, this is having changed leadership. That goes back to the structures. If I want to know what's happening in Telego, if I want to know what's happening in Koboko, down there, I contact the regional chairman because the regional chairman is in Western Nile. Me, I'm not in Western Nile. So I contact him, Mr. Regional Chairman, what's happening in Western Nile? Telego, have they changed leadership? Koboko, have they changed? Because I have them in my database. If I say, Telego, I haven't seen their new list for this executive council, they haven't changed leadership. Why? Then I have to contact the regional chairman. Why this they are not having changed leadership? What's happening in Koboko? What's happening in West Nile? So we coordinate with the regional executive councils, the regional chairman, to get to know what's happening in those districts. So it is a big task, it is a big work, but we try our best to receive the reports. If Muslim students are facing challenges, we try to intervene, work with different organizations so that we can fight for the rights of the Muslim students. Because sometimes we receive calls like they have denied us to pray, this school they have denied us to plant. It normally happens. It also happens at our sisters at medical school. We don't allow them to pray. But as we do Muslims, as we do as MSAU, we intervene. We try to talk to the administrators. We visit the ministry, the Uganda Ministerial Council, and last week on 12th, we held a meet with the Ministry of Education to see that these sisters they can also fail. And MSAU was represented, the principals at different levels. We are there. So we try to talk to them that please, they also have rights because Uganda has every person in Uganda, they have right to pray. They have right to worship in their religion. So we are still talking to them, please let them fail. But inshallah soon it will come.
Okay, nonso luwakano kalenta tulinayo abekiwuli ne tuba ne Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. Ensonga eyo tebasumbuwa nga muweereza obusiraamu wali bajja kugamba ogwawa oba togwa ku sayidi gy'aliko abatajja kukolagana naawe.
No, for us we are students.
Okay.
We are students. We don't intervene in those, I can call it what? Misunderstanding.
Okay.
I can call it misunderstanding. We don't say that for us we belong at Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. For us we belong at all the Kampala. For us we are here. No, we are Muslim students.
Okay.
And there is no need for us to go to maybe those misunderstandings. If we want to do activities, we go to Uganda. Last year, this year, we had an activity here at Uganda Muslim Supreme Council at the conference. We access the conference. If we want to go to Kibuli, we can access. We are Muslims. We are just students who do our work, so there is no need to say that.
tutumbulireko omwaka guno 2025 kyatandika activities ki musawo zeekoze.
There are a lot of activities, as I told you.
Mpola nga kutandika mpaka kati tuli mu mwezi ogwa November.
A lot of activities has been done according to different regions.
Okay.
Like in Central region here, with leadership trainings. Because to be a leader, you have to go through different levels of trainings, not just being a leader. Chituzeri kukuwa values of leadership efficiency. So to be you have leadership training camps, and you have to pass through at least 4, or 3. Number 1, it is the induction. Once you are given leadership in MSAU, you have to be inducted at that same very day. If you have been appointed as the General Secretary of MSAU, they induct us. What you are going through as a General Secretary, what is your role, DSD. So after that 1 day induction or 2 days induction, you attend the basic training course. Called the BTC, the basic training course, and it is normally runs 7 days, camping, documentation, data writing, how these conflict management, a lot of documentation and skills. So I attended that basic training course. Then after attending that basic training course, you attend the master's training course. Then a master's training course, it is a work camp, 7 days. Now you are mastering the concept. That's why when you have vision, I try to explain. Because you are mastering, you are now mastering the concept. Then after attending the master's training course, you attend the training course to the coach. And I graduated last 2023. I graduated to be a trainer, the training trainers program. Meaning that I qualified to train other Muslim students. Then after attending the training trainers program, then we attend the Dawa training program, like that, DAT, like Dawa training program. Then you go, then a bunch of, that is another level. And you are training someone who's going to do Dawa, not you have to do Muslim, you do Dawa to different people. So that is the levels of the trainings. So trainings to be done as well. In January we had several trainings, a lot of grand competitions have been taking place in different districts of the world, other regions, sports galas to happen as well, and even other regions, Guru Babadeni Sports Gala, Mr. Babadeni Sports Gala, grand competitions, South Africa, no matter how, but as a topic, as an organization, the Friends of the Quran have that organization. So this time, no matter how themselves African conference about the Quran. This time, I you many campus, we had functions, there are a lot of activities, and in this December activities, you have the upcoming activity, that is the Delegates Conference, which I talked about earlier, the leadership training camp, we have the sisters camp. So we have the Women Affairs lead that in charge of the females, students, the sisters. So the sisters camp is there in December at Sinawa High School. So a lot of activities have been achieved.
Neza December poses konyeko. Umuntu ayinza okulaba ng'olina obuvunaanyizibwa bungi General Secretary okwasaganya regions nyingi okwasaganya Uganda. Umuntu neebuuza ebintu bino bisasula oba just mu
Yeah, MSAU pays.
But
MSAU pays. First of all, Allah pays.
Okay.
We do it for Dawa. And Dawa, I normally meet the students and tell them that Dawa, it is not for everyone. To do that is not for everyone. It is, you are chosen by Allah to do Dawa. That's why you are not seeing everyone is doing Dawa. That's why you are seeing, if it is like that, don't you have Dawa charity. The one from the Bantua, or maybe the Barikumbudo, if everyone can do that. But it is Allah, it is a call from Allah that Hassan is. So it is there. So it's so country. How MSAU pays it because Allah pays you. Get rewards from Allah. That is number one. I'm calm. First of all, Allah pays you. Get rewards from Allah because it is Dawah. MSAU, it is Islam. Before the coming of MSAU, you look at the coming of Islam in Uganda. Because if Islam is going to Uganda, MSAU is the coming of Islam in Uganda, the coming of formal education in Uganda. If education is run by the students and the associations for students, meaning up to their student, up to that school, and others. So, Allah pays you, number one. Number two, you get networking, get connections in South. If you're the general secretary, before even being the general secretary, I served the association as the central regional chairman. Last year, 2023, I was the chairman of the division. 2022, I was also in Rwanda as the project secretary. Second year, I was also serving there at Mutambala. So a lot of you get a lot of connection. You get to know different people. You get to meet different people, and through connections, you get opportunities with your students. And then after pursuing your bachelor's, your diploma, you need connections. You need to like someone who has, even if you want to know, which I will get them internship, and you need connection. A lot of students fail because they don't have connection. So as the MSAU, it unites Muslim students. From there, you get connections. In my first work, where I'm working from, it is because of MSAU, and I'm proud of that. I was serving something with different organizations, but I don't want to mention that organization. I was serving with that organization last year as the regional chairman, and up to now I'm working there. I'm working with them. I'm paid. So it's because through MSAU, serving, and Allah rewards you. Through people you are serving, you get connection. Now for me, this is what I'm watching to if I want something. If I would like was in August we went to Rwanda, had a caravan to Rwanda, and we met in the Mufti of Rwanda. I myself was in a sort of Mufti. But you see that Mufti is not a common person, he's a big man in the country. So a student like me to go and meet the Mufti of Rwanda, because of MSAU, that's the connection I'm talking about. We went there, we were welcomed by the Mufti. Escorted by the convoy of the Mufti. So those are a lot of connections. What I'm trying to make, that in MSAU you get a lot of connections, you get a lot of friends, and those friends go building a business. If likewise, if you want something, you want to access your Muslim Student Council, I know that that's there, and I can contact that. Yeah, Mr. Secretary General, because we need this, like they help us to go to Rwanda, because there are some documents which we need from them, and they support that. That's why is there to that for the Twitter and after the Muslim Council, to even have last year. So you get a lot of connections, Allah rewards you, and now I think it's engaged, because if you have connections, you can get jobs. We receive calls from senior members that Hassan, netagayo mwana akola chino. Netagayo mwana asobola kola mweno accountant. Netagayo abasomesa. Because a lot of senior members pass through MSAU. Buli muntu okwera mu kifo kyali mean that yaliko students. And to be a student at university, otasangayo association needs. Ojja okusangayo MSAU. Ojja okusangayo kubazambo, because of association kubazambo Rwanda United Akatikiro and others. Red Cross, so you meet a lot of people. So after meeting them, personal members we meet this. So we bank one man to Rahma, one goes over close to me, and they go back to the work. I have my friend at the university. Let me go and so those are connections. But but don't expect that they are going to give you money. No. Monthly salary. No, we don't have monthly salary. Because if we are to provide monthly salary, government is monthly salary. Wanga katwongana tino tusasula abakulembeze mu Uganda yonna tusasula ku divisions. Wanga divisions between 15 positions. Those are leaders, 15 leaders, and have 5 divisions. Then over to division, we go to districts. But district in Uganda, because as well from 15 leaders at the district level, we can go to region in Uganda, so 15 leaders. Over to region, we can go to national, so 13 leaders. Okay, so that's a lot, and it can be managed by the government. But as students, that's how we get paid. And that's how I get paid in South. I'm working, alhamdulillah, I get money, I'm paid, I go, I can do my business, I can study, I can do the work. That's why I'm able to move. So it's because of social
activities mukola nyingi nnyo nina ne post gye nalaba gye wateekayo ku WhatsApp yo eyo contributing to an orphan. Was it 2 or 3? Kwegamba mu contributing omuntu asome ebintu ebyo abantu babyettanira nga tebagala nnyo bintu bya donation.
As I told you, that was it is not for everyone.
Okay.
Charity is not for everyone. That's why we keep on sharing. Please contribute. Banga aba contributing be baba tegeera. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, otunula ku byafaayo abantu basoma nnyo ku Farao, n'omanyi lwaki Farao yalinga lwaki yalina buli kimu, because yali asaddaaka, yali akola nnyo charity ng'agaba, Farao ng'agaba, then Allah amuwa. That's why yali atuma Musa alayhi salam yamugamba gendayo omugambe naye you talk to him nicely, era naye bulungi. So okola charity oba ogaziya actually kiba kiyamba
akoze charity
kiba kiyamba kubanga Allah akugabirira so nga akugaziza riziki y'okudduna ekyokwine kwafira Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala akuwa naye tojja kutegeera bineno if you are not a believer if you are not on team Aman. That's why I told you dawah it is not for everyone. Doing charity it is not for everyone because we can keep on sharing that monthly 10k contribute. Now we have educator and orphan. They say every month contribute 5,000. But can you pay 5,000? Chiva kumutima kwa muntu charity to do charity. Kumutima kwa muntu to do charity. Every month contribute 5,000, and we normally share to our statuses, to our groups, WhatsApp, social media, so that people can come, so that people can hear our call. Please contribute, we have this, please contribute, we have this. So at the end of that day, at least we get people to contribute, and that's why you are seeing the association is moving, because Allah has Allah
Okay. Kubanga lyomaze musawo kyanjawulo kiki wakola?
The capacity building. Talk of capacity building, that is leadership training.
Okay. Kuzimba abakulembeze.
And not only leaders, but also Muslim students. We train Muslim students. Dawah, how to behave, how this. We have seen changes in our friends, in some of our fellow Muslim students, especially the sisters. We have the Women Affairs League and the National Patron, they have done a lot of work. Capacity building is very, very important. Tell you, Zenogja, Peter, Hassan, Jamu, USA, the one of them try it out. Olina that Jamu, Gerem to work magazine to share knowledge. Because Wanga, for the Tutola Virachi, Wanga in 12 it is near. 12 wow. Never gets the gap wow, knowledge, and magazine the gap wow. Zingina na magazine American and Valley, wait up, American and no magazine again of knowledge. That's why the vision is to become knowledgeable, responsible, and responsive Muslim students. Practicing Islam in total, participating in and contributing to the progress of Muslim in Uganda and the world at large. Kichiri kigambe nti omuntu kasa unokita nti kankwe ntwale tano mpe knowledge zenyena no knowledge, that is capacity building. We are out because last weekend na wade Kalangala and we meet Muslim students there in Kalangala. But it's not because that we have money, we have a lot of money. Sigati nuzenya sente. No, but we try to reach to them, we talk to them, how are you, how is life here, are you practicing your religion? Not to magazine if they don't have most, because in Kalangala there is no enough Muslim founded school. But we try to talk to the students, to the Muslim students, we access them, we write to the teachers to access them. Although sometimes we get denied to access the fellow Muslim students, but they are there in the institutions, facing different challenges. But as we saw together capacity building, ne banyura ku kisani nabo ne bafuira involvement nti kitufuwayo bannafu abaki nti musawo gye bejja ne tukyalirako kuba ne tuleetera kuba tulina ebizibu byaffe but we cannot solve everything but we tuwa amagezi nga if you are facing this challenge I'm trying to the administration rather than they are facing challenges we try to collaborate with other organizations like Turkish Uganda Humanitarian Foundation. We have the director there for Turkish people in Uganda. They supported. So as Musau, we try to reach to the organization. Then after giving the support, we reach to them. Go to Sena Foundation. If they give us support, we reach to their Muslim students who are in need of those support. So activity the Fungo Museum as well as capacity building because it has helped a lot of Muslim students to set them on move. More special their sisters. Yes, sisters face a lot of challenges. Girls at secondary, university, they face a lot of challenges. But then after setting them, women affairs stage, we have the women affairs stage as a program as well. So they organize sisters camp, annually sisters camp. So there they talk to them how to behave, skills, because we collaborate with Uganda Muslim Women Vision, Ajati, the teacher of Lower Girls, Ajat Aisha. So she has done a lot of work on the female side, Dr. Chimuna, and others. So capacity building is the #1 achievement. So actually, Musau, when you look at East Africa, because we went to Rwanda, Kenya, Tanzania, that's East Africa. Jacobs, Congo, East Africa, they are all East Africa. Then associations are students. So the chances of and capacity building, like in documentation. You know, documentation is very important. That's why we reflect to reflect the future. If you have that history, so we could determine your future. So what most associations are not here because we start with them and we are talking the reality. So it is the best in documentation, capacity building. That's why we go to Rwanda, we go to Rwanda Muslim Student Association, we go to Kenya, and they call us, please come and train us, come and give us capacity building. How to do these activities, you know, how do you do these activities? Even if I'm not there, people are doing activity. But how? Guide them. Constitutions are there. If you want to do this, there is this procedure. So capacity building, it is #1. And that's why last year the MSAU won the Community Service Excellence Award organized by the Uganda Muslim Student Council 2024. We won that award and I led that team, mobilized students, because it was voting and our students vote the association. Exactly. So mean that if they are voting online, mean that there is something we are doing and we have that award, alhamdulillah. So capacity building, it is the #1 achievement and we still need to build the Muslim students to set them on move.
Okay. Tinga kwa General Secretary, basically na tunulide gwe legacy tijoyagala okulekerera nga ku kifo kino ekyowa General Secretary Masao.
Legacy era still.
Bwe tunakitunulako tujagamba nti wasasanya ekyo ye yakikola wali mulembe.
Of course, Biberawo. As in the position of the General Secretary, what I would say it personally, in line with my office, my responsibilities, it is the documentation. Documentation is very important. As me, as the General Secretary, documentation is very important. If you can compile all the reports from the regions, from the regional executive council, from the districts, report says in the Zebera national report, YAMSA 2025.
Okay.
Likewise, we are going to publicize the magazine, YAMSA magazine 2025. It is very important to see the achievement there in this year. So if the coming leaders 2026 see the documentation, like in this region, so documentation is very important. That's why in the contact says be able to contact the senior members, the district chairman, the president, 1995, 2001. So documentation is very, very important. And inshallah, we keep on. or I keep on documenting so that November about to develop there's this or documents to reflect the future.
Kale bampera okubaka obusembayo nga tumaliriza either kubigenda maaso mu ggwanga oba students b'otwala mu musango.
My last word to the students is to academic excellence. Academic excellence is very important. As Muslim students, we have to excel in academics. In everything we do, what we do, the leadership we have, whether we're in the council, the school, or some homes, or what. Academic excellence is very important. You have to excel in academics. To know Kusoma, to know Banga. Ugandan pia find you are ready when you have your documents.
Okay.
But you cannot go in the new Uganda which the youth wants when you don't have documents.
Okay.
So my call to the youth, to the students outside there is to excel in academics. If you excel in academics, you can achieve. Because even the Quran, the first surah yakaya to Soma. So once if you read, you get to know. Leo watu some new Uganda joyagala teja kusanga inzo kusanga but you will not benefit. But if you are ready, you have your documents, Uganda nkija kuja joyagala obeliwo, they just call you to fit in those positions. Opportunity will come when they need you, but you don't have papers, you don't have documents. So my call to the youth outside there is academics. Let them succeed in their academics. However, challenges are there. They face a lot of tuition are there, and we try to fundraise the tuition. I like these universities, the Makere, University, Chambogo, and also Islamic college. I have studied it. That if a student is facing a challenge of tuition, they try to design a flyer and started to share to different groups and we contribute. If you have 7,000, you contribute, and 1,500 can make a difference to that student excel in academics. And we do that. We normally like is it P7? No, senior form we are doing exams and I received a call from a student. I don't know her. They called me. Please, we need, but we need 50,000.
50.
They need it. But we supported. They said, oh, we need 50,000. We posted in the group, please, we need 50,000 for this student. They contributed, and the students now so it is just a contribution. If you are united, you can succeed. So my call to the youth is let us study, let us remain in education. However, the jobs are rare to get nowadays, but let us be with our documentation, let us be with our qualifications, let us study hard so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala manu bagam sagusanga yedegisi. So let us prepare to submit. For to submit is going to prepare Allah. To submit Allah, take him back. Osoma, don't do affairs. Osomanga will take Allah just teremu barak. Banga osanga wona bosomanga Allah so te back and soma. Allah agenda kwesiza abakoleki. Sigamati no tulao Allah musabe Allah ni sawa kumpa muli. No bosiba beno masjid. No sibango do sa. Te kugenda kujja.
Inokunonya.
No stuka geno nyonyo riziki. Zongachi bagamba kero geno riziki. Okuba kusoma take up effort Allah agenda kuyambira. Geno nyonyo riziki yo. Geno some. Inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala atakubera ng'atusula baraka.
Kale nakonde Rahim agemanyi okubanga mbuweereza olunaku olwaleero mbadde ne Wasswa Hassan General Secretary wa MSAU. Osobola ofuuka ekitundu kweno emboozi nawe genda mu comment section obe ng'oteesa omukulu we naba mufunye ku mulundi ogunaddako tomanya inshallah nja kuba ekibuuzo kyo nkimusimba. Like nga subscribe nga sharing genda mu comment section naawe oteese.